Major opposition parties on Sunday denied being approached by the presidential flag bearer for the People's Democratic Party in 2023, Atiku Abubakar, or any of his loyalists regarding a rumored merger that has been making headlines since last week. A spokesman for Labour Party's presidential campaign organization, Tanko Yunusa, and the National Publicity Secretary of the New Nigeria People's Party, Ladipo Johnson, denied any merger talks with PDP. But the Deputy National Spokesman for the PDP, Ibrahim Abdullahi, had publicly announced on a live political program that the three leading opposition figures in Nigeria were discussing the possibility of a merger to salvage Nigerians from hunger and insecurity ahead of the 2023 presidential elections. I mean, there's a proposition and there's been a debunking. And there has been said that the trio of Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso could be what will be needed to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the presidential seat of power. But we are hearing discordant tunes, even from spokesperson of the NNPP and that of the Labour Party. Do you think it was a ruse? Do you think the merger should go on? Do you think they are serious? Who will be the presidential candidate?
Like I just addressed, right? If they did not do that, they will not follow through with that. I can assure you that they would be like Lilliputians, you know, before Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. The only way to, because they demonstrated that if we were to go by the calculations by INEC, we should sum all three of their results together. It trumps that of by far, right? Yeah. Imagine a situation where you would have all three of them pulling their weights together, supporting one person for the good of the country. Just imagine that situation. Supporting one person, and I must quickly add, not either of Kwankwaso or Atiku. Supporting a Peter Obi.
Okay, specifically.
Yes, I must quickly add. Because for me, it's going to be like nothing significant enough would happen if we merely took powers from Bola Tinubu and gave it to either of Kwankwaso or Atiku. Nothing, essentially, would happen because we have seen what stock they are made of. What stock they are made of. We are looking for a new Nigeria. A new Nigeria that can only be defined by someone who is different, who is not of their stock. And I've heard people say, oh, Obi is a part of this, Obi was in Goodluck Jonathan's government, Obi was in PDP. You can be in PDP and you are not of their stock. Have you not seen people who lecture in the university? They are lecturers, and other lecturers are sleeping with students and collecting sorting money from students. But they insist that they are never going to do that, regardless of the fact that they are on the same campus or on the same campus with them, doing the same things with them. They go by the name lecturer in so and so university. Yeah. But they would never do those things. He is saying that unless you have somebody who is as sincere, as genuine about the Nigeria for tomorrow, or Peter Obi, if we have all of them say that we are going to support this man, we are going to watch him, we are going to give him everything. He has got the heart to fix Nigeria.
But Peter Obi is not has been proven not to be a very good party man. I mean, from ABGA to PDP and now Labour Party. What makes him stand out if he has not been able to stabilize any of the parties?
We are not looking for a
parties are the vehicles.
We are not looking for a party man. No. We are not looking for someone who stayed. The
party is the only constitutional
I agree to take you to power. Yes. I agree as it stands today in our country because there's no independent candidacy.
Exactly.
I understand. But when you say party man in the way you described it, that because he moved from ABGA to...
Not just the moving, but also contributions in there. in Abga, it didn't get as much as attention from Peter Obi as it ought to.
No. When Peter Obi was in Abga, in State, you saw what he did.
I stand to be corrected, but I don't think that he was much of a colossus in Abga.
It was
in PDP.
Who ensured that what's the name of the governor that took over from himself, that the wife slapped the other lady? Who ensured that he became a governor? Who ensured that he became a governor? Peter Obi was a colossus. He was quite enigmatic. He was in Abga. But he understood that he needed to be in the center, because at that time, as a beautiful bride, they reached out to him. Goodluck Jonathan people reached out to him. He had to move to consolidate for the job ahead. The job ahead was not a job that you could get into standing as a colossus in a regional political party.
Okay, but with the likes of Atiku Abubakar and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso.
Yes.
And you have Peter Obi in the mix there.
Yes.
Concerning this merger, which is still in the pipeline, per se.
Yes.
Do you think that those personalities would have allowed the personality of Peter Obi to
Yes, I know it will be tough, right? It will be tough. I mean, I'm speaking very realistically now. If I wanted to be, unnecessarily highfalutin with my postulations, I would be saying none of the three of them should emerge. We should look for a fresh candidate who has got, the character, who has got the skill, who has got the chests, in the manner of speaking, to be able to take Nigeria to the destination. I would have said that, but I would be unnecessarily too utopian, if I thought that one person can emerge that is not amongst these three now and become the president of this country. I like to put my heads where they are. I don't like to be like Nigerians who bury their heads like ostriches, right?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, I know today it seems like it would be a Herculean to have either of Atiku or Kwankwaso, withdraw for Peter Obi to take the lead. But because I also understand, and pardon my saying this,
it's okay,
that God rules in the affairs of men. Because I understand that sometimes as men we will make postulations. Sometimes as men we will add and we would subtract. And God will just be looking at us and saying, I'm still in charge. Forget or pardon that I'm speaking like this. God will look at us and say, I'm still in charge. I'm still one who still rules in the affairs of men. When the terrestrial, and that's what I mean when I say when the terrestrial and the celestial claps. When God, the celestial, when nature is saying, I want to come into this, and the terrestrial in Peter Obi is saying, I'm available. The terrestrial in Moses is saying, I'm available, and God is saying from the back of time, I'm preparing you for a time such as this, when you'll be able to take the people of Israel from Egypt. Who is available? Moses says, I'm available. Oh, who is available to free the people of Israel, from the evil snare of Goliath? David says, I'm available. The celestial claps with terrestrial, and there is victory. The celestial was able to make, the sling of David so powerful enough to be able to penetrate the head of Goliath. We saw what happened, that the celestial assisted in Moses. So I'm saying there's a Peter Obi that will be available. How that will happen, I cannot tell you that right now. But I know that we have got to be rescued in this country. If we are not rescued, the song of Asha is soon coming on us.